Okay, that was some warm-up before jumping on the bike. Today will be a really easy set, 45 minutes, around 120, 130 watts, no, maybe around 150, but just easy pedaling. Because tomorrow I have a lunch run and that will be almost tempo. That's why I want to take it quite easy today, because I want fresh legs tomorrow. Tomorrow lunch will be around 11 kilometers tempo run, but now let's jump onto the bike. Right. Okay, easy session on the bike today. So I will select a suitable workout, something really easy. I'm thinking 45 minutes zone endurance, something like, yeah, something like this maybe. That will be perfect. 65% FTP. Sounds really good. How motivated are you to train today? Super happy. All right, let's get to it. So while on the bike, I wanted to talk about a bit about why I think Ironman training is so good, or why it fits me so good, I think. That's, by the way, the sound, if you hear that, was train road saying I'm going into another level. But today very easy, so no problem. Well, so Ironman training, or Ironman, might sound very extreme, but I find it can actually be very sustainable, a very sustainable method of training, a long-term method. Because if you compare it to other things, like having a goal of running 10 kilometers below 40 kilometers, or something that's really hard on the body, doing Ironman training is more of a, how should I say it, building the aerobic base rather than high intensity, and that can be really good for the body. Not that tough. I mean, at least for this, the level that I am, just an average athlete doing it for fun of it. I mean, we do, it's more about this building the aerobic base rather than high intensity, all out effort training sessions. So, and I totally have emphasis on consistency and gradual progression, instead of like short-term, high-risk training spikes. Having that, the components of my training, how I see it, is like moderate, slow workouts. Most of my training are done in zones that are like comfortable, conversation pace range, and a very small amount of the training are done in like spurting or high intensity efforts. And consistency overall. It's been like that for many years for me. And even though I have only done triathlon training for what is it? 7 years now? 7, 8 maybe? 8 years. It suits me really, really well because it combines these focus on consistency, slow, steady pace, combined with the cycling, the running, swimming of course, and the some strength training, which is also good. And then I try to be good as well as to plan my rest and recovery. And even though you try to keep, even though you're training at the low to moderate volume, you sometimes get injured or catch a cold or anything else, and you will get natural unintentional rest periods as well. But then I wouldn't say I enjoy those periods, but I try to use them rather than being annoyed that I can't train, even though it might be frustrating. And I should probably say something about what I find is a really, really good advantage with this triathlon, and that is just that we have these three sports. And I think it reduces overuse training overall, also reduce injuries. I see that a lot of friends that only run and therefore run quite a lot, they tend to get injured, and when they're injured they're away from the sport for quite some time, having to do, well, building up again, getting healed. For example, now if you're, which happens, strain an ankle, you can still swim or bike. Sometimes, and a shoulder gets hurt or overtrained or something like, I'm doing some renovation projects which involves quite a lot of digging, which might be, or tend to be quite hard on the shoulders. But I can still run or bike, which is also good. I don't have to stop. And I think this, where I find this multi-sport approach, it's really good for people like me. I'm 46 now. I wouldn't say I'm old, but again, I'm definitely not young. And it's different when you're like 20 years old. If you get injured, you heal very fast. It's a bit different when you're above 30, approaching 50. You have to be more careful, think about more how you train, why you train. And that why is really, really important. And I try to see that as my focus overall, because for me it's like the health benefits. That's most important for me. It's definitely not to finish at a podium in some triathlon race. I don't want to put, I'm probably not capable of, but I'm not prepared to put down the effort, the amount of hours that it takes to train at that high level. For me, I spent 7 hours. If you look average over the last 8 years, 9 years, and you see an average over the year, I train 7 hours per week in average over the year. And then of course, it differs. Because during the summer it tends to be a little bit more, and during the winter it tends to be a little bit less. But I still keep up the consistency of training. For me, that's really, really important. To balance my work life, my private life, with my ambitions as I call it event athlete. I want to be fit, healthy and strong, to be able to enjoy those big events, like for example an Ironman. And by enjoying that event, even though I of course suffer as well, but being able to be looking forward to it, I can still think during the whole day, while swimming, while on the bike, and of course on the run, that I'm happy to be fit enough to be able to participate. And also enjoy the benefits, the health benefits of being there, doing the sports I love. And for me, this the health benefits of Ironman training is really, really important. And some of my, I think it's really, really common that people say that they don't have time to train. They have kids, house, work, everything, but for me, I tend to think of it as I think this is the key part in when you do training. You have to plan for the training, and I have a method of thinking it like when you do a budget, like economy budget. You get your money each month and you have your expenses, and if you wait until you have had all your expenses and you look at the account and see what's left to spend for saving and investing, you will not have anything left, or at least it will vary, and it's probably not what you want to save or invest. Instead, you have to save on the first row. You have to decide, how much do I want to spend or invest every month? For me, I do 10%, 10 to 15% saving. And that's on the first line, before you do all your expenses. And that's how I think of training as well. You have to plan. The training have to be scheduled. And then you can plan your life around that. And that way you will always have time for training, because you know. For me, it's like every lunch, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, an hour and a half, I'm running. And I don't have any meetings there because it's planned ahead. Same, I go on the bike. Let's say Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, because it's planned ahead. Same with swimming. And I think that's the key. Otherwise you will just get stressed, think about how will I get the time to get my training in. And then training just turns out to be a stress instead of a relaxing activity that gives energy. Then you will just be stressed that you don't have time to do the training that builds your health and everything. It will be a spiral going downwards instead of a spiral going upwards. Well. Anyway, I'm on the bike enjoying it, and while on the bike I actually enjoy doing these trainer bike sessions indoor in the winter, because it's a bit luxury, because then I get to watch a movie on the laptop in front of me. That's really good. And I have the fueling right next to me. It's warm. I like it like 15, 16 degrees Celsius. Always like that in here. Really good. Anyway, see you next time. By the way, it's less than 1 year until I will be in Hawaii, Kona, participating in Ironman Kona 2026. It's the 6th of October 2026, and I have actually started to plan my trip, and I will share with you every step of it, every cost involved, all the spending I will do. Since I'm from Sweden, I will be traveling from Sweden. From Sweden to, well, some stopover in probably Seattle or San Francisco, I don't know, and then over to Hawaii. But as I said, I will share with you all the expenses, all the costs, and how I plan it. I will probably get to that on the next video, because I started to plan, and I would also like some input from other people who have done it. All right, bye for now.